Welcome to another CJC Channel 11 newscast. We have breaking news. Chapter 11 has a beautiful summer. Here's Con with that.
Gene returns from a scary meeting with Leopard to see Finney having a snowball fight. He begins to think that Finney is pushing himself, but Finney just convinces him that he is healing very well. Finney at this time also begins to admit that World War II is taking place. Gene and Finney show their friendship by talking about how well they did in their imaginary 1944 Olympics. Brinker then comes and interrupts their good time, taking the boys to the assembly hall. Brinker is Gene's only skeptic about Finney's incident, and he begins to ask questions to both of the boys. Gene starts to lie, but then is caught when Finney remembers that they had been attempting a double jump together. Leopard comes in to try to settle their argument, but then cannot contain his behavior. Finney becomes angry and tells everyone that he does not want to know what happened. Finney tries to run away, and the chapter closes with everyone hearing Finney fall down the staircase.
Well, there you have it. Now let's get more detail with some undescripted passages. These passages are as beautiful as Queen Solheim herself. The words shocked Phineas into awareness. He whirled as though being attacked from behind. "You get the facts, Brinker," he cried. "You get all your facts." I had never seen Finney crying. You collect every effing fact there is in the world. He plunged out the doors. The excellent exterior acoustics recorded his rushing steps and the quick rapping of his cane along the corridor and on the first steps of the marble stairway. Then these separate sounds collided into the general tumult of his body following clumsily down the white marble stairs. Now the description of this is Finney. Finney shows great emotion for the first time in the book. This passage shows that Finney has been trying very hard to forget that night and live with his disability. Going over the details makes him feel crazy. Finney lets everyone know that he does not care what happened, because the past cannot be changed.
Alright, my good sir. Well, last night, while I was reading with my hourly cup of tea, well, I came upon this lovely passage, and here to read it for you is our lovely Veronica Corningstone.
Oh, hey there! The quote says, there's nothing inflamed about my imagination, and I saw Leper hiding in the shrubbery next to the chapel. I slipped outside the door the way I always do, to miss the rush, and I saw Leper, and he must have seen me. He didn't say a darn word. He looked at me like I was a gorilla or something, and then he ducked into Mr. Carhart's office. This passage is significant because for the first time, Finney starts to show that he can see things logically. Finney shows doubt over many things that Gene tells him, even saying that the entire Second World War is a lie. Finney does not want to believe the war was true because he would not be able to fight. Seeing Leper in his situation shocks both the boys, but they know that they cannot do anything to help Leper's situation.
We also got this gangsta-licious descriptive quote. From the high ceiling of one of the celebrated Devon chandeliers, all glittering tears, scattered thin illumination. Row after row of black early American benches spread emptily back through the shadows to long, vague windows. At the front of the room, there was a raised platform with the balustrade in front of it. About 10 members of the senior class sat on the platform, all of them wearing their black graduation robes. This is going to be some type of schoolboy masquerade.
And now, what you've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to jay in your knickers. Here is Leper's story. Gosh, I really hate Brinker. Just looking at him sitting there with his fat rolls and his arrogant attitude was enough for me. The sight of him made me sick. I wanted him to suffer. They had found me hiding in the bushes, watching my old life. I'd been watching them do such pitiful, unimportant things. Didn't they realize there was a war going on? They were holding a mock trial over something that had happened a while ago. The trial was unimportant. Seeing the trial showed me how obvious to the suffering they really were, which is where the situation drowned me. This trial wasn't about Phineas, it was about me! My so-called friends did not understand what was going on out in my life. These people were obviously going to try to figure out something about the war. They wanted to know about my discharge. I could not, and I would not let them find out.
From all the pimps and hoes here at Channel 11,
Goodbye and good night.